All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and Sunda Show.
Yes, and
Good evening,
really
Sunda.
soon, in about a year, it'll be the Dr. James Show because James just got his master's degree, and I'm very proud of him.
Still a while away from the doctorate, but I just got a master's degree in clinical psychology.
How'd your mom feel about that?
Well, I got the degree so that I could help people like my mother, like you.
Why are you comparing me to your mother?
I'm not comparing. You know, my mother leaves me 3 types of messages. You know
Okay.
about this, right? She leaves me 3 types of message. One message is she'll just say, "It's your mother." She'll say, "It's your mother."
Right.
One, if I don't call her back right away, she'll call me again. She'll say, "Remember me." Remember me. That's something someone says when they get out of prison after you've helped put them away. You know what I mean? And then the third message is she'll say, "You better call me back." And her daughters do a great impression of my mother.
Why would you say that on camera? You're the one that played it for them and made them repeat it. They love your mother.
They do a great impression.
They love his mother. They love his mother.
They love my mother.
Now, I have to tell you something I think is very interesting that everyone should know is that when you have someone like James, who's a clinical psychologist,
soon to be.
Right, but all you do is analyze people.
I got a master's in clinical psychology.
Okay, so you have a master's. I don't be talking the word master to me, okay?
Why are you getting
Back
angry?
off. Right away, someone's getting angry.
What's making you upset?
I'll tell you what's upsetting me is this OCD thing that you have.
I have OCD?
You have OCD. I understand that Michael Blair came over to make a nice little visit to your house.
Don't even get me started. Michael Blair, the Karen, he's contaminated.
Right, and he was kind enough to give you half a donut, and why wouldn't you eat the other half?
That's not what happened. I can't believe we're talking about this right now. Michael Blair came to my house. I had a half a dozen donuts there. He opens the box, he breaks one in half, puts the half back in the box and eats the donut. Why wouldn't you eat the whole donut? Who's going to eat the other half a donut that he touched?
What's wrong with
What kind of a crazy person puts the donut back in the box and thinks someone's going to see a half-eaten donut and be like, oh, I'll take the half-eaten one. For days it stayed. I kept calling him. I wanted him to come over and finish the half a donut.
You meant that.
I'm the crazy one.
You're the crazy one.
Right. He's the crazy one.
His hand is up. He's still waving his filthy hand in the air.
How do we know your hands are clean?
His girlfriend works in a hospital, and hepatitis will stay on things for days.
Why? She's in the hospital for hepatitis?
I don't know what his girlfriend has. What does she have?
She doesn't even work in the hospital.
I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't eat the donut. I threw the donut out.
But it's okay. When you're in the hospital, it's a whole different scene, right? You with your blue cap on. I can't wait to send Ray pictures of you lying in the hospital with your things attached to you.
Let's not talk about my OCD. We should be talking about your impulsivity. Okay, and this thing you do where you start a story. Well, you don't start the story. You kind of finish the story without starting the story.
I'm used to working with smart people.
Smart people. How many times has everyone said to you, "What are you talking about?"
Not often.
Ray said it last night.
I probably didn't hear it.
Scott said it just before.
Well, you know what it is? Because I need people that are, once you get used to me, you can follow me because I can multitask and I can multitask conversations and I can do all those things. But you can't. You have to have things a certain way. When we were working last night, you know what you said to me? You're going to stay on the phone until we finish this. Like you're like some big shot.
What? Because you can't focus. What's going on with the focus issue?
You know what's going on right now? I don't have focus issues.
Easily.
No, I have a lot of things to do. I have 2 daughters that keep me very busy. And right now, my daughter has become obsessed with duct tape dresses. Duct tape. Right now, we have no duct tape in the building, and he's looking for the duct tape.
Where did she get all these ideas with duct tapes? I think with duct tape. I think she's watching a little too much Criminal Minds.
No, she doesn't want to watch it.
She doesn't.
You only let children watch Criminal Minds when they're being abducted from a mall, because that will scare them.
It does scare them.
It does scare them. My kids are petrified. They'll never leave. They'll never leave. So now let me tell you what's going on. My whole house is full of duct tape. She goes, I'm selling these bags for $3. I'm paying $12 a roll for duct tape, all right? And she's selling them for $3. This is not a profit, all right? I'm at a loss here. But they're really very nice and very colorful.
They're beautiful.
She made one for our executive producer, Sue Katz. It's about this long. I said, how much money do you think you could put in there?
How much does a roll of duct tape cost?
It depends, because she has skulls and she has flowers and
roughly, what does a roll cost?
It could go $12 to $15.
And then if you count labor, she could probably
right,
sell
but
it
she's
for
not
like
even thinking
30
about the
times.
labor.
She's not. She's giving them away.
She's giving them away.
Such a good-natured child.
And she is such a good-natured child. But she's carrying these to school. And you know what it's like for me? Look at me. My kids look nothing like me. I'm going into hardware stores and I'm asking for duct tape. Right. I'm going in and she wants a razor to boot.
Duct tape. You let her play with a razor.
No, I don't. I let her use the poultry scissors, but I won't let her use a razor.
That's responsible of you.
No, I have to teach her when she's older how to use a razor.
I see. And can you teach us how to use a razor?
Sure. If you ever get into a fight with a razor, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You have to make sure you have a lot of Vaseline on your face.
Now, what's that for?
That's so you don't get scarred.
See, who knew that? So when I get into my razor fights, I've been getting these scars all this time.
You
now,
see that?
all I got to do is
You have to know the right people, James. Your little world is a bubble. You learn in Paterson, New Jersey. That's where you learn.
That's where you go to learn how to do razor fights.
Well, I had no idea until this girl was coming to jump me. And so she said, are you ready to fight? And I said, okay. I assumed
Why was
I
this
was
girl
ready.
coming to jump you?
Because my girlfriend Lonnie Spader with her big mouth got in trouble and asked me to help her. I had no idea they were coming with a gang of people from a public school.
But what kind of trouble? What'd she do?
She opened her mouth and she said she looked like a horse or something like that, which she did.
Okay.
But that's not the point. The point is that the woman's face was all greasy and she's like, did you bring your Vaseline? And I said, for what?
For the razor fight.
Yeah, she goes, so we don't scar. And it was a very strange moment.
That's amazing.
It's amazing to know things like that.
How'd you get out of it?
I made a joke. I can't tell the joke that I made.
Humor. You didn't need you had razor sharp wit.
I would razor sharp wit.
It was your razor sharp wit.
And you're not gonna believe who I was fighting. They were Puerto Rican Germans. The mother spoke no English, only Spanish and German.
No such thing. Those are mythical creatures.
No.
There are no such thing as Puerto Rican
My
Germans.
other friend is a Puerto Rican Russian.
Again, there's no such thing. Only in storybooks do Puerto Rican Russians exist.
What about black Swedes?
Only one. You're the only black.
No, not the only one.
You're the only black Swede I know.
Do you know who's also a black Swede?
Can you talk a little Swedish for the people?
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I know.
That's it.
You want Paterson Swedish?
What does that mean, yeah?
Yo. Victor Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we talk about Victor Cruz?
You know,
Victor Cruz is from Paterson, New Jersey.
Because when someone from Paterson, is successful, it's a miracle. So we have to discuss it, right?
Oh my God! You know something? I just want to just clean up Paterson and just bring back the days of Lou Costello and the Italians.
I was in Paterson with Sunda, and I saw the Lou Costello Park and the Lou Costello statue. Well, it really didn't look like Lou Costello. It was just covered in pigeon droppings, right? So is anyone going to clean that?
Well, I mean, that's the Italian section. Nobody's going to argue down there. That's what you don't do. You want any fights, you want any problems, you leave it alone.
All right, well, listen, we're going to take a break. On our show today from Sell This House, we have Tanya Memi, and maybe, if we're lucky, Mark Zaffron will join us for This Week in Anti-Semitism.
Yes.
Right? We'll be right back.
Email us your comments at jamesandsunda@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the show. This week, sponsoring the James and Sunda Show, we have a perfume for women called Burning Bush. It's the first perfume specifically made for Jewish women.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's for the woman who loves to give men commandments.
That's correct.
That's
and here
right.
you go, Sunda. Use it.
I can't wait. Don't forget your burning bush.
And now joining us on the show
I don't know what I'm getting into joining you on the show.
we have the host of Sell This House and Sell This House Extreme,
Yes.
Tanya Memi, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. Burning Bush perfume. You might want to use it yourself.
I don't want to know what it
Get
smells
rid of
like.
this.
What do you mean get rid of this? It's a sponsor.
I don't want it on
I'll take
here.
it.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh, she's throwing
Let me tell you
things.
something. You need Tanya in your life when you're selling your house, because I just want to know, how did you first get started?
In this whole
How'd you get
staging
how?
Selling
business
houses.
or selling houses?
No, how to
Yes.
help people get their houses ready. It's such a stressful time for people.
It's a real stressful time. I come from a family of home builders. So my family, I'm Canadian. I come from Ontario, province of Ontario, and we have a fairly large housing company. And so I was
that
sort
the
of
Italian
born and
part?
raised. It's the Italian part, and I sort of born and raised in
Surprised.
this whole business. And then, I was an actor, and I auditioned. I lived in New York for 10 years, and I was former Miss Canada, and so I was just trying to be an actor. I fell into hosting, and then I ended up, I auditioned for Sell This House, and I think because I came from a home building background, I think that's kind of what sealed the whole deal.
So you have Sell This House, right, where you help people sell their homes. You
Yeah.
fix up the home. And then now
Yeah.
you have Sell This House Extreme. So I'm wondering, in the
Right.
extreme version, do you take it a step further, like you maybe make a
mean
very
wonder? Of course she takes
maybe
it a
like
step
you like make
further.
a really annoying
James,
neighbor
have you
disappear.
seen the show?
You know what I mean?
Have you seen the
That
show?
kind of
'Cause you'd
thing.
know the
I have
difference.
seen. I've seen the
Oh,
show.
mhm,
I have.
okay.
I haven't seen the extreme version. That's why I'm asking how extreme does it go?
It's extreme.
Our
Everything.
neighbor's missing.
Just about. Yes, just
Yes,
about. The
that's
cat.
how far you take it.
Yes, we even had a cat going at the whole heating system in one of the house. So one of the
my
cats
God, did they
were
find the
missing.
cat?
We found the cat. I'm a huge animal lover, so
Are
don't
you
worry.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but that was
great.
really so
That's
maybe
great.
not the neighbors, but the
Okay.
pets go missing.
Like you meet with the family, you try to like fix the house, right? And then I'm
Yes.
just wondering, do you do what you just did to us? If like something's not really fixable, do you say we just won't tell them about this?
Well, no, we actually try and fix it. Okay, we
have to try
kind
and
of,
fix it.
it's not that we don't tell them, we just sort of hide it the best we can, you know? I mean,
See?
Have to
TV's
sell
an
it.
amazing thing. But with Sell This House Extreme, if we have new talent on the show. His name's Charlie Frattini. He's this over-the-top, crazy Italian. He's got a lot of passion, a lot of heart, and he also yells a lot. He's quite
Good.
loud. So if we
He
do
should
come
meet
over,
me.
she's probably going to want to move out anyways. We will
Right.
make her life hell over there.
So is that why it's extreme? Because this guy. What's the difference?
Well,
Why is it
it's an
extreme?
hour long now. It's on A&E at noon. So, it's an hour long, better time slot. Charlie's on the show. That's crazy. And we're doing huge extreme renovations now. Like before, it was just sort of staging, depersonalizing, putting up, just accessorizing. Now we're knocking down walls. I'm using chainsaws and all kinds
you're
of
Well,
power
that's what's
tools.
happening. They're using
Yeah.
jackhammers in my building.
That's why I wore a dress today in high heels because I don't get to wear them
Oh,
on
girl, stop it. You just had that baby months ago. You're still using them. Work
I
it.
did, but I'm in
You
jeans
work
and a
it.
t-shirt.
I'm sorry. Can you catch a
But you-
picture of the
you always
ring?
start the
Look what
show.
she's getting from these houses. All right?
Wait, you always start
That's
the
the
show.
Italian part.
So you always start the show looking like the last thing you're gonna do is fix a house.
Well, because not anymore.
Not
I
anymore,
can't do
okay.
that anymore. I can't get away with that. I used to be able to get away with that.
see,
But
yeah.
no, but if you notice when I start fixing the house, I don't look like that. My hair's in a bun. I'm in
True.
jeans, a t-shirt, not a whole lot of makeup,
See?
and I'm off.
Well, I have to tell you something. It takes a personality to
Yes.
be able to convince people to do something different. And
That's
so
true.
It must be.
I'm like the therapist. /
exactly.
I know what you're saying. It's
Okay,
hard.
so
I
go
mean,
and tell us how you start with people when they're
Well-
resistant and resilient.
for the most part, we try to have people on the show that want us to be there. I mean, we've actually gotten kicked out. Once we got kicked out of somebody's house. It was a divorce situation. She wanted to sell the house and make money and do something positive in her life, and he was just trying to
Right, like
suppress
get
her. And it
implants.
was just like
Did
so.
you get it on tape though?
Did you get out?
I thought we
fun?
should have, but no,
Yeah.
because we could only tape one day, and then we go back the second day, and he has two boards in an X, nailed on his front door, and he says HGTV not welcome, and we're on A&E.
Oh my
There you
God!
go. Well, okay, let's take a look at the clip, and then when we come back, we'll interview the other Tanya Memi.
They say everything is big in Texas. Well, clearly looks like I got that memo. In this episode, we're taking everything to the extreme. Bigger projects, bigger renovations, bigger designs. In fact, we're even bringing on another big guy to help Roger and I execute the whole thing. So come on, partner. This is Extreme Sell This House. Just west of downtown Austin is the historic area known as Clarksville. Homes in this desirable neighborhood carry Texas-sized price tags up to $1 million.
I have to know, how is that? I worked during my pregnancy,
Yes, I did work.
and you still have to work. There's nothing you can do. You still have to work. And,
Well, we
and-
already had the schedule planned. I mean, we plan our schedule a year in advance, and I had gotten pregnant, so I literally worked up until my 8th, almost 9th month. It was just, we shot in LA, and I'm always happy about that. And I didn't do I didn't do any lifting or anything I wasn't supposed to do, but I did do a lot, I mean, I wanted to be active during my pregnancy, so some people thought I was crazy, but I liked it, I was happy.
Anyway,
So
Sunda,
anyway,
yeah.
I just wanted to say that I'm excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait till you come to my house. Where can we find you?
You can find me on A&E every Saturday at noon. So check out the show, Sell This House and Sell This House Extreme. They air back-to-back episodes. But if you want the juicy stuff, go to my Facebook fan page, the Tanya Memi Facebook fan page. Lots of pictures, and I also list a lot of how-to tips there too.
I can
And
use that.
I just launched a brand new website.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
How to
terrific.
stage your house
TanyaMemi.com.
on a budget.
Wow. All right. Well, we want you to sign our wall. Would you mind?
I would love to.
And that
I feel
diamond
so
doesn't hurt
special
either.
now.
That's
One
right.
amazing diamond.
Amazing.
Thank my
Amazing
husband for
diamond,
that.
Tanya.
Woo! Okay, where should I sign, huh?
Anywhere you like.
What's your
You in this room?
Whoa! I'm gonna knock the wall over.
No, don't do that, baby.
That's okay. We know you can fix it. So
I can.
that's
I
okay.
can.
Knock the wall over. It'll be fine. All right, Tanya Memi, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The James and Sunda Show.
right, welcome back. Mike Blair clapping his contaminated hands that break donuts in
Oh,
half.
stop it. I want to talk about contaminated hands. You're the funniest when we
What?
do that Hollywood Boulevard thing. When
Yes.
we are off the leash, that's James and Sunda off the leash, it's hysterical.
When we are off the leash.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a difficult time going out and talking to the people because of the contamination factor.
And they want to touch you, but some of the characters are wearing gloves.
Yeah, but those gloves are, come on. They're
But
not-
you don't even think they're clean.
they're not clean.
So you're really concerned about it.
Nah, I'm fine. It's all an act. It's all just a joke. I don't care. Seriously, you can throw dirt at me. You can throw dirty needles at me. Whatever you want. It doesn't bother me.
I can imagine what it must be like for you to have to like French kiss a girl.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine what it's like. No idea. What is that?
Stop that. No, because I'm trying to use I'm trying to use a euphemism, something nice.
Something nice.
Right, something
see.
nice. So let's talk about it because we're talking about a new segment of the show that we want to do, where we're going to find James a date.
Why do we want to do that segment? I don't understand.
Why?
Yeah.
I want to see you with contaminated women and see what happens.
We're looking for the dirtiest girl out there. Please contact the show. I'll take you out. We'll go to the.
I want you. Oh my
Oh
God!
my God!
It's not
Wow.
big enough.
It's not big enough.
Listen, I want to see you share a straw.
Seriously,
wanna
that
see
is
you
huge. Can we see that again?
No,
Why not?
because he won't buy me anything else.
He won't. He's
No.
coming, He's going to be
coming.
on the show.
He's going to be on the show?
Sunda's husband will be joining us a little later on the show, and she might just wear some Burning Bush perfume, so it'll be very exciting. You don't want to
maybe
miss that. But
no,
first,
right.
but first, we're going to throw to Hollywood Boulevard. We have more action from our time on Hollywood Boulevard, where we interviewed the people
Shaking hands.
in a desperate search for Jews. Not really. but
Watch us.
Enjoy.
TMZ, Hollywood Tour, Celebrity Hotspots, Sunset Strip.
You are the first Jew we have ran into here on Hollywood Boulevard. How do you explain that?
I don't believe that. There's got to be at least one more than me.
What's your name?
Brendan.
Brendan, look into this crowd, point to a Jew.
You know, you're right. It's hard to find him.
Where have you been? I'm not playing.
What happened?
The check didn't come, and you know. No. This is my baby's daddy, ladies and gentlemen. Come here. Because I couldn't decide. The DNA test didn't come out. It could be one or the two of you. Come over here. Yeah, no, did I just say that? Come over here. I want you to look. I'm looking for good-looking men.
No, it ain't me for real.
It's not you?
No, it's not.
Okay, look. He said he's not the father of my new child.
Hey, that's him.
How do you know?
Look, this the dude right there, baby. Look,
Baby,
it's him.
but baby, once you go black, you can't go back. You know that.
You know her?
Do you ever get a chance to say anything?
Never. Do you?
No,
The accent from?
I'm Armenian.
Armenian, yeah. I don't get to talk much, but that's okay because she talks so much
Love Armenian
that the
food.
people can't even remember that I wasn't talking.
Okay.
There was an Asian family kneeling. There was an Asian family kneeling at the star of Jackie Chan. I never saw anything like it. I don't know if they were praying or saying. I don't know what they were doing, but it was very interesting, and we weren't there for it. But whatever.
So he's finished.
Out of the window at the Gap.
You walked out of the you were posing in the window. He was posing. So listen, can you tell us how long you've been modeling? I can't believe this. We have with us a famous Indian model here.
And I'm gonna run away now.
You're not going to run anywhere. I want you.
You were standing in the window and then you just walked off.
Isn't he beautiful? He's beautiful. This guy's beautiful over here, and he's on James and Sunda. And look at his
Am I gonna
colors.
get any girls or something after this?
You're going to good girls. Oh my God, Indian men are the like.
Does the Gap give you a discount?
No, they don't.
They don't give you a
They don't
discount?
give discounts.
Great interview, Sunda. Really great interview. Great job, man. You're doing a great job.
Why are you so like? You're disparaging. You're insulting me. I don't like it. Where should James and Sunda go next?
To go to Perth, Australia.
Perth. Where's your ex from? James, come over here. Yes.
Interview me.
I'm going to interview you. Tell us how it was like being with an Australian.
It was nice. It was very nice. Yes.
Yes, but her sister hit a kangaroo. Tell the story.
Sister killed a kangaroo. It was horrible.
But the baby lived.
The Joey.
The Joey, that's it. The Joey, the one that was in the pouch.
Yeah.
It lived.
Oh, okay.
So have you seen these before?
Yeah. You can go around the corner to the parks local parks and they're there.
Like a friggin' kangaroo is really just hanging out.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. Oh my God, I'm a dinner John. How did you get here? Look who's here to see me. I don't believe this. Listen, I am so glad you made it. We've been waiting for you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
We wanted to get you on JLTV for so long. We're so glad you made it. How do you like LA?
Nice, very nice.
It all makes sense now. The guy who had the CD, but he didn't want to be on the camera, because it makes no sense that a guy who's trying to break into showbiz wouldn't want to be on any TV show, right? Because the CD's blank. The CD's blank. There's nothing on the CD. That's what just told. See, fighting crime 24/7. And now I understand why the guy wouldn't be on TV with his CD, because there's nothing on the CD.
And James, who's your favorite character out of the two?
Oh, in front of the two of them? You want me to pick between the two of them?
Yes.
She's got an apple. I can't see what Dora really looks like. I'm gonna go with Snow White.
You're gonna go with Snow White, Dora? I love you. It doesn't matter. Do you slice your apples? You do slice your apples. Like that. Wow. Did you know Lorena Bobbitt did the same thing?
So what character are you?
I'm. Did you see the movie Tourist with Johnny Depp?
Of course I saw it 3 or 4 times.
So you're looking at the tourist.
Oh, you're the tourist. It's comedy.
But you are Jewish, right?
I am Jewish?
Yes.
We're all Jews at one time.
You see that? I finally found a Jew. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching James and Sunda on Jewish Life Television. Whippa!
I don't know why people go to Hollywood Boulevard. There
You know
are
why?
stars
You know
on the
why?
street with names on it.
They
You
want to
can-
see the stars.
You can
They want to see the
Wikipedia
stars.
all these people. Then there are people dressed up in characters, and the outfits they're wearing are like old and dirty, and they're not even like, it's not even like a good Mickey Mouse.
You know what I
outfit.
saw? I
Oh.
tell you what I saw. This
Off
is
the
true thing.
subject, right?
No, it is off the subject. Just for a second.
Because she's having a different
I'm
conversation.
having a different conversation, but it still refers to that because I saw somebody in an outfit, and what happened was I saw an Elmo costume with Barney feet, and
You
it was
gotta
really
do the
scary.
best
It
you
was
can
scary.
do.
It was scary, and I hear voices right now. I don't know if they're in my head or if my husband's talking outside the door.
But he'll be with us in a moment.
Yeah, that's true.
He's coming on.
And he's going to come on. I want to see my husband on Hollywood Boulevard. That's what I want to see.
The last time he was on the show, you were very quiet. You didn't really participate in the discussion that much. He made a comment about the president. You got very
Yeah, I did.
thrown
I
back
did.
by
I get
it.
thrown back by it.
And I'm just wondering what's it like for you? What's happening to you when he comes on the show? Can you be a little bit more
I can't get a
engaged?
word in. He's a lawyer. I can't get a word in edgewise.
I
Right
don't
now,
think
I
that's
can
the
hear him
case.
through the wall.
I
all
don't
right?
think that's what's going on.
What do you think it is? I'm not intimidated. I'm smarter than
What
him.
you guys see it, right?
I'm
What do
smarter
you guys
than
think
him,
is going on?
But I let him
What do you-
think. I let him think that he's smarter than me. That's what I do. I let him think he's smarter.
And that's why you don't talk well. I mean, it's like you cannot stop talking. All of a sudden, he comes on the show, and you sit back and you watch. And I think you're nervous. I think you're scared. I think
I don't know what he's going to say.
You don't know what he's going to say. And that's why we have him on, because we
Right.
don't know what he's going to
No,
say.
you have him on so that I'm quiet.
That's reason number 2. There's 2 reasons why we have him on. Yes, one is so that you're quiet, and one is because we don't know what he's going to say.
You never know what he's going to say, and he's brilliant. He's a brilliant man, but he's obsessed with this History Channel. It's got to stop. I mean, every magazine, most people have this reading materials in their bathroom, and it's like Home and Garden and Redbook and nice things. I have Hitler in every bathroom. All right.
He loves the
every
History
bathroom.
Channel.
He loves the History Channel. He loves these books. I mean, these magazines, and it's just not. It scares people who come over.
Does it scare you?
Yeah, I don't want to see Hitler every day. Every day, it's done. I said, Mark, it's done. It's done.
Well, that's
all
why
right?
we have him on the show, because he's an anti-Semitism expert.
He is an anti-Semitism. I mean, he's an expert.
He's an expert.
He'll tell you.
But you're still not addressing the question of your silence. You're absent from the discussion.
I'm not absent.
And the people want to know what that's about.
Well, you know what it is? I'm letting him have his moment.
Okay. Well, let's see what he has to say this week. When we come back, we have Mark Zaffron joining us on the show for This Week in Anti-Semitism.
I'm going to talk. You'll see. This time I'm going to talk. You'll see.
We're going to have you open the segment.
You'll watch.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The James and Sunda Show.
Joining us now on the program for another edition of This Week in Anti-Semitism, because as you know, the anti-Semites, they're watching us.
So
we're watching them.
That's right.
We have the always entertaining and charming Mark Zaffron.
Thank you very much for having me, Jason.
Yes.
We're happy to have you, and I'll tell you something. One of your favorite people was in the news, Trump. Well, his village. There has been this crazy case going on. I wonder what's behind this, that they've been stealing mezuzahs from Trump Village.
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
They're stealing mezuzahs off of the Jews' door. Do you know anything about this?
What do you think? I know every anti-Jewish crime in America I'm supposed to know about?
But this is a bizarre crime, don't you
This is
think?
bizarre. Why do you think they would do this?
For the silver.
What do you mean?
Because it's bad times, guys. It's not always anti-Semitism. I've told you that thousands of times. The mezuzahs are made out of silver. These people don't have jobs. They're stealing the mezuzahs to melt down the silver and sell them down the street.
See, now when you
There's
buy...
no real other reason why they're stealing the mezuzahs.
Would have never thought of that.
Of course not.
I should sell a mezuzah.
Yours aren't made out of silver.
But now, if you buy silver in Brooklyn, what may be happening is you're buying stolen mezuzah.
Correct. So what we should do is like they do with the guns in New York.
What's that?
We should have the little scrolls. We should give an amnesty if everybody returns the scroll. If you steal the mezuzah, you can keep the silver. Return the scroll, and we won't prosecute.
All right.
Wow,
that
that's great.
Let's suggest that to
Yeah,
the
you
New
know
York
what?
people. You know what? For such a good idea, we're going to give you this. This is Burning Bush perfume for women.
What do you do? Communicate with God with this?
No, it's for the woman who likes to give her man commandments. What do you think?
Take it, keep it yourself.
All right,
He
so
doesn't
he's a
want
happy
our
camper.
perfume. Well.
He is a happy camper.
All right, so let's go to Chile. We were talking about this before. We've got a forest fire in Chile. Then there was a Jewish and Israeli tourist there when the fire went down.
Right.
And the Chilean internet sites, they're saying it's a what's it called? A conspiracy that the Jews for a long time they have a plan. The plan is called the Adinia plan, and the Jews are trying to create a state in Patagonia.
Wasn't their idea.
What is Patagonia?
Patagonia is a plain in the Andes. We're in part of Chile. It's a province.
Are the Jews are the Chileans right?
It all goes back to Hitler.
Okay.
What happened is that before they started killing Jews, they were trying to figure out a way to resettle Jews. So the British, who have always been very great friends of Israel and Jews, the British were trying to figure out a way where, so they had the Madagascar plan, then they had this plan there where they were going to settle the Jews in the Andes. Of course, none of these, European governments ever really decided to ask anybody what they wanted. They were going to tell them.
Okay.
Right. You're going to have 300,000 Jews moving in next week.
And so this has been going on in Chile for decades.
But it's not,
but
it might still be happening. I mean.
Now here's another part of the story. They say that this Israeli tourist,
Yeah.
he started the fire by failing to extinguish burning toilet paper. Is that a cultural thing I'm unaware of?
Maybe he was using burning bush.
Maybe I'm
that
unaware of it
possible?
also. Maybe it's because there's really smoke in the toilet.
That's possible.
And he accidentally dropped it on the toilet paper.
All right, so let's now
They're big
go-
smokers,
Let's stay in Latin America, in South America. We have in Argentina there was a cartoon. Did you read about this?
No.
There was a cartoon in the paper there, and basically the cartoon was about a concentration camp dance party. All right? And it was little cartoon figures where Hitler wants the Jews to dance, and they're talking about how the Jews are going to kill the Jews to turn them into soap. And the punchline of the cartoon is basically Hitler says if they dance and they're happier, they'll make better soap.
Not surprised.
Remember,
because the Peronist party is back in power in Argentina. The president of Argentina, the one who out-sicked you last month.
What'd she do?
She went in for an operation. They found there was nothing wrong with her. That it was
She tried to out-sick me and failed.
She tried to out-sick you and failed.
She failed.
Failed to out-sick you.
Anti-Semite.
Anyhow, the Peronists are back, and Peron was a big Nazi.
I didn't know this.
Yes. Peron went to first study social studies in Nazi Germany, came back, took over the country, and then him and his wife proceeded to steal everything that wasn't nailed down. But the Peronists are supposedly left-wing, but they're really anti-Semites too. So I'm not surprised that there's a new wing or feeling of anti-Semitism in Argentina. It's never really gone away.
It's never gone away.
Remember Mengele hung out in Argentina?
They all went there.
Eichmann, they all knew where to go.
Everybody like that. Gotta stop with that History Channel. You're going crazy.
They all were set up with the gold
Right.
in Argentina that they smuggled in submarines.
The Jewish gold.
Yes, all melted down. All the gold that they stole, it was Jewish gold, Rothschild gold.
This
and
is where
everything
the
like that.
mezuzah people got the idea.
That's right. The mezuzah people, right? Of course, James. The mezuzah people. I think the mezuzah people are the same junkies that used to steal copper. No offense. Times are getting tough.
Times are getting tough.
And you know who's at fault.
Who's at fault? I don't want to know who's at fault. I don't want to get into that. I don't know who's at fault, and I don't want to know who's at fault. Off the subject, because Sunda's Swedish, half Swedish, and there's a lot of Sweden has become sort of like a breeding ground for anti-Semitism now.
It's a very violent country.
Very violent country. Yeah.
Nobody knew about this until that stupid book came out, the thing with the dragon tattoo. Now all of a sudden there's one Swedish book that everybody reads, and they made movies, and everybody's focused on Sweden.
Is the killer in that book a Jew?
I have no idea, but knowing Sweden, the killer in the book drinks, for sure.
We want to thank you as
so
always
much for coming
joining
out.
us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry
Mark
that not enough happened in anti-Semitism this week.
There was so much. It was
We just don't have the time. We don't have the time.
Nothing from Iran.
Would you come see us again?
Nothing from Iran.
Nothing from Egypt.
We have the Occupy people.
We have all this ferment going on and there's nothing. No statements by any candidates. Nothing.
Well, Newt made that
Oh
statement.
my God! Wait a minute. I wanted to say something before we wrap it up. Why is Mitt Romney not giving them kosher food in the nursing homes? It's not fair.
And they also say that Mormons are baptizing dead people, like dead Jews, so that they can get in.
So they can get into heaven.
Yeah.
Well, Mormons used to believe that black people couldn't get into heaven, but a good black person would turn white when he dies and go to heaven.
Interesting.
All right. Well, there you go.
And why? And about the kosher food in the nursing homes, there's no reason to pay extra. There's no extra add-on in any other state for kosher food. It doesn't cost more to serve kosher food.
And
it's a fact.
Who gets the money?
Charge more?
But it was a way of giving extra money to operators in Massachusetts. It had nothing to do with anti-Semitism.
Wow, listen to that.
Because remember, in New York or in California, you get paid $2 a day to feed a patient or whatever it is, and that's it, kosher or non-kosher. What's the difference?
There is a difference.
Well, we have to take a break.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark Zaffron, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Check out more content online at our webpage, jamesandsunda.com.
So, Sunda, I thought that went well. I thought you participated more, you were more engaged.
But he's still engaged. He's outside the door and he's talking. We have a show going on. So this is like ridiculous.
Her husband's outside right now. You guys can't hear him through these microphones, but she can hear him.
I can hear everything. It's distracting.
And she's got a big segment to do right now.
It's a favorite. It's our most popular.
And all she hears is him. I hear him right now. He's saying they're making progress. They're making progress.
Right, and he's not talking about me.
No, he's on the phone.
One of his clients.
But anyway, we're not going to let that distract us.
No, we're not.
The show must go on.
The show must go on, and this segment is one of our favorites as well. You're dead to me.
You're dead. As you know, Jewish people, when they fight, it's over. It's done. They don't make up. They don't try to resolve it. Some little petty things happen. Next thing you know,
done.
Dead. Are you dead to anyone at the moment?
Right now, I'm dead to... No, but I'll tell you who's dead to me. My in-laws are dead to me.
Her in-laws are dead
to me. Dead to me. Dead to me.
And
they thought I was dead to them, but they're dead to me.
Now, I have a couple of people who are dead to me, and at the moment, currently, I am dead to one person.
Who are you dead to?
It's too painful to discuss.
Is it a family member?
Yes, it hurts. It's painful.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I'm going to cry, because I have to show compassion for you.
Show compassion.
I do, because I feel bad. I feel bad. I do feel bad, because James, you're not the kind of guy that I could think people would hate you.
Yeah, well, I'm hated right now by somebody. But anyway, let's see who besides us have people dead to them.
For my son's bar mitzvah, our rabbi told my wife and I that there were certain things that non-Jews could do during the ceremony. Then that rabbi left. As we were finalizing who would do what during the ceremony, my father-in-law demanded that he get a solo aliyah.
The father-in-law wants a solo aliyah.
He wants a solo aliyah, and I understand. But then he wanted the 7th aliyah, the one usually reserved for the parents, and we told him no. He said if we didn't give the 7th aliyah all by himself to him, that he would tell the entire rabbinic staff that we had non-Jews doing things for the ceremony that they weren't supposed to do. He was extorting an aliyah. We gave him his aliyah, which is fine, because he won't be coming to our daughter's bat mitzvah because he's dead to us. So that's a heavy story, man.
That's a very heavy story. You have
That's
a case of an
story.
aliyah extortion.
Aliyah extortion.
Now your daughter Aviva is going to be having a bat mitzvah in a year.
Yeah.
And change. and I'm wondering how much for an aliyah.
Well, I'm figuring that
I
maybe...
kind of like one.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I'm just going to smuggle them in, and they're never going to know who's not Jewish. They will not know Jamar, Kaleem, Joaquim, Rahim, my other cousins, they'll never know.
But what I like about this is that the father-in-law was going to, and this father-in-law sounds a lot like your mother-in-law in a lot of ways.
Oh my God, they didn't even give me an aliyah.
He was going to tell them that non-Jews were doing things for the ceremony that they weren't supposed to do.
It's
I
not
wonder
for
if
him to
that's
tell.
true though. Was that true?
But like, it's
Let's
not
say it's true. Let's say it is true. Let's say non-Jews were doing things they weren't supposed to do. That's a big deal.
Right, and they've been more of like a family to the kids than family.
It doesn't matter. The non-Jews aren't supposed to be doing certain things, and the father-in-law may have had a point. I'm not saying you should still extort an aliyah. You shouldn't extort
That's
an aliyah.
extortion. That's extortion. That's unbelievable.
It's blackmail. It's terrible.
Why it gotta be blackmail?
Why it gotta be blackmail? I
Right,
don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying. But that's a crazy story.
Terrible shame.
And so what's gonna happen at our
Excellent
my God.
reason for someone to be dead to you, by the way, whoever wrote this in.
Yes,
Very good
excellent,
reason.
excellent.
That person
And
would be dead to me as well.
He would be dead to me. Now I'm worried about my daughter's bat mitzvah.
People, you know, so Sunda's got to plan this bat mitzvah,
Oh
and
my
that's when
God.
it all happens, at these events. When these events happen, that's when you start to stop talking to people.
Well, what are you
That's
going
when
to do?
you're suddenly dead to people and people are suddenly dead to you, when the bar and bat mitzvah time comes.
Well, please. My brother thought that wearing a yarmulke was going to make him look gay, okay? So that was like really weird.
What kind of yarmulke are we
It was a
talking
black
about?
yarmulke. You can even see it on his head. And he was at my mother-in-law's funeral.
thought it
He's-
would make him look gay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not putting this on. I look gay. And I was like, oh, no, you don't look gay.
I'm going to tell you, if you look gay with a yarmulke on, you probably look gay with it off as well.
Are you going to tell my brother that?
He'll find out that I said that when he sees the show.
And then we'll find your body.
Yes.
All right.
And please bury me in a Jewish cemetery.
I will, because I'm sure
have no
you're.
tattoos.
Do you want to be buried in a Jewish cemetery?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I'll
Unfortunately,
make sure.
you've lost your plot, so who
I
knows
lost
what's
my
going to
plot.
happen to you.
All right, now here's the second one, and this is interesting because I love the way they spell my name wrong. But I'm glad you guys wrote in. I believe you read Sundra.
I believe Sundra's stories and don't think they are jokes. I have had similar experiences being married to a Jewish man. My husband's brother-in-law is crass, wears an awful toupee. Why she gotta go there?
She should.
And makes jokes at everyone's expense. Last Passover, some latecomers came and I opened the door for them and my husband's brother-in-law said at the top of his lungs, "Meet our new maid."
Oh God.
I guess this woman is probably
Oh my God.
of color.
Oh my
From
God.
that moment on, we don't speak or see each other, and trust me, that toupee-wearing idiot is dead to me.
First of all, he should have got a weave.
No, yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I think that when you have these intermarriages, when Jews marry, you know, black people, Latino people, whatever it is, it's a shock to the family system and the family.
Why though?
It shouldn't be in this day and age, but for some reason, that's, you know, the Jews act like they're very accepting and liberal people, but for whatever reason, this seems to get some people going.
I wonder what she
You have the
looked
same
like.
experience.
They didn't think I was the maid, but
They asked if you were Ruthie's girl.
They did. That's right.
That's what they
right.
said. Are
Oh
you
my
Ruthie's
God.
girl?
They
What
said,
what
was
does
I
that mean, Ruthie's girl?
The cleaning lady.
The
That's
cleaning
right.
lady.
What about when I went to go pick her up from the temple and they asked was I there for the soup kitchen?
She went to go pick her up from the temple, and they asked if she was there for the soup
I
kitchen.
said in a far.
In
That's crazy. Why don't you read the next one? 'Cause
No,
know,
you
no, you
read.
got the friggin' master's degree.
You read.
Okay,
You
no,
read.
I'm not reading.
No, read.
No.
You read. I'm not reading either.
All right.
You can
Then
just watch
it's
us not read.
We're not going to read.
We're not going to read.
Okay.
We're not doing it. You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
You're
Come
dead
on.
to me.
All right. Please. Ray, I'm going to kill him.
Ray's done with us. I
All
think
right, my
this
best
segment is
friend.
dead.
All right, my best friend went away on a trip to Paris with somebody that hates me. In fact, I used to be friends with this person, but she was mean to me for years and literally tried to sabotage my career as a journalist on more than one occasion, bad-mouthing me to editors, etc. I confided all this to my best friend as well as other highly sensitive personal information and just couldn't believe that she would go to Paris with her for 2 weeks. I was devastated, felt betrayed, and on the highest level. This is terrible.
This is horrible.
When she came back, before I even asked, she said she never talked about me and my name never came up. Now, I don't believe that could happen.
How do you not talk about this
You
person?
can't, right. Now, this has to be a lie. We all know each other for 20 years. Things have never been the same since, even though I still talk to my former best friends. It's really like I talk to a corpse because she is dead to me.
I I have to say, you know, when you know someone for 20 years and you go away with someone, know someone for 20 years, I don't see how the name doesn't come up. But we got to take a break. That's it. This segment is dead to everybody.
It's
we got
dead
to
to
keep
me.
moving.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Follow us on Twitter @James and Sunda.
So how was
Sure.
Shayna and Shlomo?
During the break, Sunda put these earrings on me.
I mean, has it changed you?
It's-
Leave them in there.
Oh,
See what I go through?
Don't I look crazy?
Does it change anything about you?
I mean, it makes me feel pretty. I feel very pretty, you know?
Well, now you've got to be more pretty. Be pretty for me.
Sure. Maybe I'll wear this outfit on the next show.
And how would you talk to me?
I would just be so happy to wear it.
And
All right, so seriously, let's go back to...
you do that really well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's hard. It's very hard
It's a very hard.
to do this.
Is it?
It's hard.
I understand. Tell me about Shlomo and Shayna.
All right, I'm taking these off. This is crazy.
No, leave 'em
It
on.
hurts. Painful. Are these real?
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Then I'll hold on to them. It's all right. So last week we did the Shlomo and Shayna show, and obviously we've confused a lot of people because the network's getting inundated. With congratulations and requests for more Sonny and Cher reruns.
Right.
People actually thought it was a Sonny and Cher rerun. And it wasn't. It was us. It was Shlomo and Shayna. I guess we were so close to being
close.
We were so dead on as Sonny and Cher. Even with the Shlomo and Shayna, they still think the network has Sonny and Cher.
Well, I think now we should go and make songs of our own. We should, be like, we have to go Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava. And you say nothing.
I say I do. Yeah, of course.
Right,
If
'cause-
I'm doing a show with you, 9 out of 10
Then
times,
9
I
times
say
that
nothing.
time,
Yeah,
right,
you know.
right. So
You know what we never told anybody? We never mentioned to people after all that went on in our first and second season on the network? We never really made an official announcement that your mother-in-law had died.
that's not the way you close a show about Ruthie dying. That's terrible.
But after all we said for 2 seasons about the lawsuit and the in-law issues, and then, your
They
husband...
killed her, obviously. The stress killed her.
What do you mean the stress?
The stress from being pulled into a lawsuit at the age of 80 when she didn't want to sue her grandkid's mother had to kill her. It
She
wasn't
didn't
me.
want to?
Listen.
I thought she said she wanted to. I thought you confronted her about that, and she said, "Oh, I wanted to."
I said, I know you didn't want to do it. And she said, oh, yes, I did. But she didn't want to. You would have loved my mother-in-law, by
She
the way.
does an impression you can't believe.
You
Do
cannot
it.
believe. Okay, like for example, I didn't see her because I broke my ankle last year. And I said, Ruth, I'm sorry I can't come out. And why tonight can't you come out? What are you doing that's so important? And I said, Ruth, I broke my ankle because you're a klutz. That's what she told me.
So you could channel her spirit, her voice, her
She's
her
haunting
being.
me.
I'd like to talk to her for a moment if I can.
Okay, James, what is your problem today and why don't you have a girlfriend? All these years, you're all over, but you never have a girlfriend.
I have dated plenty of women, Ruthie, and it hasn't worked out.
Maybe it's you, James.
Because unlike your son, I want to make sure when I bring a woman home to meet my parents, she works for the whole family.
Oh, that is vicious. That is vicious.
You'll see that next week. We guarantee it. On the show, we're going to have Sunda's mother-in-law, the spirit. We'll talk to her. We'll get some answers. We'll figure it out. And lots of other guests and surprises are going to be incredible.
We have to talk about the Shiva.
And the Shiver and the Shiver.
The
I don't
Shiva
know.
Crasher. Oh my
Shiver
God.
Crashers.
Shiva
It's a new
Crashers.
show
It's
we're
a
going to
new
be
show.
making.
We're going to be
We're going to
making.
be crashing shivers.
She had fans though. She had
We're going to
fans.
be crashing shivers. We'll walk over, but I'm so sorry. I loved your mother. And they'll be like, who is this person? So what's going to happen?
It happened to me.
It happened to her.
It happened
all right.
to me.
We'll see you all next week. Good night, Sunda.
Good night, James.
All right.